Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Tonight we're checking out a beer that I have never, I've never heard of this beer. I've never heard of this brewery. I've never had a beer from this brewery. It is La Cumbre Brewing Company, Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this is called Project Dank. I don't know anything about this beer, and I was looking at the side of the bottle here, and it says that Project Dank is just that, it's a project. It's an ever-changing expression of our hoppiest endeavors, and each recipe is different. So I don't know what hops are in this. It just says it's 7.5%, and it says a lot of IBUs. So again, never had anything from La Cumbre before. This was bottled on April 27th, according to this little sticker right here. Big shout out to Stephanie. I don't think she watches these reviews, but she sent this via a trade. So Stephanie, thank you so much for sharing this. Yeah, not much else to say. It says it was a 2013 gold medal winner at GABF for India Pale Ale American style. So there you go. Like I said, we're going in completely blind with this. I have no clue what to expect. Don't know anything about this brewery. So if any of you had any La Cumbre beers, I look forward to your comments to see what you guys think. Not a huge hiss on that bottle. Didn't pour it too aggressive. And we got about a half a finger of bright white head, but there might still be a little bit of a chill haze on there, but this is, you can see, it's a clear, crystal clear, like a, I don't know, straw, kind of a straw yellow color. Probably looks darker on camera with the lights out here, but there's some tiny bubbles that are streaming up to the top of the glass. This kind of reminds me of like a West Coast style IPA. The head is almost already gone. Like I said, we didn't pour it too aggressive, but there's about half a finger. It's bright white. Excuse me. It's got some little soapy bubbles. When we swirl it in the glass, we're gonna get some glass lacing, or not lacing, some alcohol lace. Yeah, there's some alcohol lace, 7.5%. So yeah, it looks killer in the glass. It looks like a West Coast style IPA, brewed in New Mexico. So there you go. Let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. Ooh, this is like sweet citrus. It's like mangoes, oranges, tangerines. I would say this is much more malt driven than beers that I've been reviewing. Much different smelling than all the New England style beers that I've had lately, from Aslan and from Treehouse. But yeah, it's like this. It is. It's sweet tropical fruits, sweet citrus, mangoes. There's like papaya in there, but yeah, oranges, tangerines. There's a little bit of like grapefruit that's in there. It's not like a hugely explosive aromatic beer, but it smells really good. It's sweet smelling. 7.5%. I'm not smelling any alcohol. But I will say that it's got like this sweet kind of bready malty thing going. It's like very balanced smelling, if that makes sense. A lot of these beers I've been having lately, they're just these complete like juice bombs, and all you're smelling is these crazy like juicy aromatics. This actually smells like how I remember beer smelling before I got into these crazy New England IPAs. So yeah, it smells great. Reminds me of something like maybe like an Enjoy by beer. So yeah, let's go and check it out. Stephanie, thank you so much. Cheers. Ooh, that's really West Coast. That's good. The bottle says a lot of IBUs. It is pretty bitter. This reminds me a lot of an Enjoy by beer. Taste follows the nose. It's mangoes, it's papaya, it's sweet citrus. Like I said, it's like sweet oranges, tangerines. Middle of the mouth, you get a nice pop of bitterness. It just kind of sits right on the middle of your tongue. Just kind of goes like to the sides of your tongue. It's not like crazy overpoweringly bitter, but it's a decently bitter beer. I'd say this is in like the 80 to 90 IBU range if I'm just guessing. And then it finishes with like those sweet kind of bready malts to balance it out. You get a good balance of like, it's like this chewy kind of white bready thing. Ryerson always says Iron Kids, shout out to Iron Kids bread. But with all the killer like tropical fruits and citrus at 7.5%, really easy drinking, finishes really dry. Super balanced though. I do like that it's more of a malt-driven beer. I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of missing those beers. It's funny, my wife made mention the other day we were drinking, I was sharing that Great Notion. Was it Great Notion? Yeah, the Great Notion beer that had passion fruit in it. And she just looked at me, she's like, these beers are getting to be too much like juice. They're too juicy. This would be a beer that I think that she would really, really like. Just because it's got that West Coast vibe to it. It's that bitter, kind of resinous, earthy, citrusy, sweet kind of tropical fruit. But you have like those sweet kind of chewy malts on the back end and on the finish of that. This is really, really good. I like this a lot. I don't know if they're trying to brew in a West Coast style. I mean, New Mexico's more on the West Coast, not West Coast, but more of a Western state than, you know, all the New England and East Coast stuff. But yeah, really, really good stuff. If I'm giving this a rating, I mean, I would say this is a beer that if I was in New Mexico, I would drink this all the time and have no, you know, make no fuss about it. Like I said, if you've had Enjoy By, like the Enjoy By series, it's not quite as sweet on the finish. That beer is pretty sweet now. I mean, it's almost 10%. This only about 7.5%. But you get like kind of that citrusy, grapefruity, sweet, kind of chewy, bready, malty, awesome, just balanced beer. You get the bitterness, you get the dankness, you get that earthiness. It's really hoppy. If you're a hop head, you will love this beer. So I think this is an A beer for me. I'm gonna go like 91, 92 with it. Awesome first beer from La Cumbre. I think that's how you say it, La Cumbre. I have one other beer that Stephanie sent called Father Nelson, I think. So we will be reviewing that next. So a couple of these beers back to back just to kind of see what we think. This is a good first impression for me. I think it's really, really good. So if you've had this beer, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you've had any other beers from this brewery, or if you're in the New Mexico area and you drink other stuff that's local to you, leave a comment below. We can talk about it. I don't know anything about New Mexico beer. I just realized that before doing this video. So that's it. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you as always so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the view so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam